Hi sweet friend, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maylene Call from Mrs. Call's Campers. Today we are doing a favorites video. I'm filming at home. I'm not filming in the classroom. I am a teacher if you're new here. I haven't filmed a favorites video in a really long time, and I have so many things that have just made my life exponentially better. So here they are. Okay, this list is gonna be a mix of things that are a bit more pricey, a bit more high-end, a bit more investment type pieces, and a mix of everyday items. I also don't think I'm gonna be presenting them in any order. It's just gonna be random, so welcome to my life. Okay, so right off the bat, the number one thing that I always get asked about is my hair, and that's something that I have been investing more in lately. I'm getting haircuts about every 7 to 8 weeks. And I don't get a lot off. I just get like a couple inches off depending on what I'm feeling. And I get these like front pieces right here. And I get long layers every time I go. So pretty regular haircuts, but the products that I'm using and have been absolutely loving, number one, this deep clean shampoo. I put this in my hair as like my first wash. I use the tiniest amount. This is by the brand 11. It's an Australian brand. I got this from a salon that I used to go to, and I love it. I'm sure any deep clean shampoo would work, but this one specifically I love. So I take a tiny bit and I wash my hair with it, and then I go in with my normal shampoo, and I've been using this for a really long time. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it in a favorites video before, but I use a tiny bit of this and then it gets in there really well. So after I do that, I go in with a hair mask. I only wash my hair once a week. This is also, I think it's like 8-day-old hair. Yeah, because today's Saturday. So when I do wash my hair, I always use a mask. This is by the same brand, 11. Again, I'm sure you could use any hair mask, but this is the 3-minute repair rinse out treatment, and I have really been loving. I promise this whole video is not going to be about hair, but I get questions about it a lot. I also, when I get out of the shower, I use leave-in treatments. I'll show the 2 that I'm currently using up here, and that's about it for hair. Okay, we might as well talk about skincare routine next. I am keeping my skincare pretty simple. I'm still using Curology. I'm still loving Curology. I get it shipped to me every few months. I don't know exactly how often. I am using Curology, and everything else I'm keeping super simple. I'll upload some pictures of all the products that I'm currently using right here, but I'm loving my skincare routine because it's really simple. There are a few more products that I am wanting to work in over the next few months, so I'll keep you updated on those. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll probably see it all play out. But that's my current skincare routine. Okay, what else? Shower caddies. These, okay, here's a picture from Amazon. These are the best thing ever. I used to have just a normal, you're supposed to like hang it over your shower, and it's like the tiered shower caddy, and I always put my shower caddies on the wall. I never put them under the shower because I hate when it gets all like wet and whatever. But these shower caddies have absolutely changed my life, and I think I can show you a really quick clip of them in my shower right here. This is what it looks like, but they're just these simple shelves. The whole adhesive is like a long, it's like a whole chunk of adhesive, like sticky. Is it sticky, or is it adhesive, or is it just suction? It might just be suction. I'm not sure. But these things are so freaking strong. We put so many bottles up on our caddies. We have never had an issue. We are probably gonna buy more of these. I love these. I'm obsessed with them. Okay, another thing that's made a big difference in my life is having a cleaning schedule. It has made my life so much easier, and also just finding daily things that I can do, like every single night wiping down the counters, every single morning wiping down like the bathroom surfaces. Finding little things that I can constantly do has helped me keep my house clean, and then having this cleaning schedule as just a daily, this is what I'm doing every single day, has helped me, because my space, my living space, reflects how I'm feeling. And if I am in one of those states where I'm just totally overwhelmed, my house is a complete disaster, and then I feel miserable. Okay, next thing that has made my life better. Me and my husband are currently going through a huge like decluttering stage. I mean, like, we are going through every single thing we own, and we are putting it all in one room to either donate or trash or recycle or do something with. And in this process, we have gotten a new couch, and it is the best thing we have ever bought. I asked John, I was like, what is something that you just love in our house, when I was planning out this video? And he was like, our couch, 100%. And he tells me every single day how much he loves it. It is pricey, but it's one of those purchases that's like, okay, I'm ready to make this investment into my couch that I'm gonna have for the next however many years, and I want it to be a good one. And this is the best couch. It is so comfy. It looks so nice. It is such high quality. And here's a picture of it. And like I said, it is really high quality. It is super nice. It's all real leather. I have no issues with it with Tesla. Let me see if I can get her up here. Tesla, come here. Get a treat, hold on. Blanket off, you wanna come up here? There you go, you wanna lay down? You wanna lay down? There you go. Tesla loves the couch too. It is all real, it is all real leather, and if you like put your fingers across it, like you can see the marks, but they all kind of blend in, and I haven't had any issues with Tesla. And someone else, when I was looking up reviews for this couch, someone else said that they purchased a like a sample of the leather, and they took a screwdriver and were like scraping the leather, and it was fine. So I'm not worried about her claws. And this is definitely a couch that we are living in. It's like one of our #1 things. No regrets on the couch, and you can see we've added some other nice pieces into our living room as well. And it's just one of those things that's like, okay, I'm entering my 30s here soon. I'm 27 years old. I want nice pieces in my home. And not only do I want nice pieces, I just want less of everything. So we're decluttering, we're buying nicer things. It's a beautiful thing. If you have any questions about my couch, because I've never owned a leather couch before either, leave them in the comments. I will tell you all the details. But let's move on. Next thing that's made my life better is this Kindle Oasis, and this is special. I actually made a TikTok and a reel explaining everything I love about my Kindle Oasis, and it shows the book covers of things that you're currently reading. I literally just started this book. I don't know if it's good or not, but I also have this on the back. It's called a love handle, and it is so much better than a pop socket, and I had to mention it in this video because you can just so comfortably read. And one of the things about the Kindle Oasis is you can also read in landscape mode. You can easily hold it like this. It's so nice when you are reading at night or in bed. You can adjust the brightness, the size. It is the most comfortable thing ever. So this Kindle Oasis is one of my favorite things. It's gotten me back into reading. I'm reading every night now. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Also, the one I got is refurbished. Speaking of reading every night, the other thing that I'm doing for my night routine is I'm taking Beauty Dream by 1UP Nutrition. I am a 1UP ambassador, but this is totally separate, and I was using their products way before, so I don't want you to think that I'm just showing these because I'm an ambassador. I do have a code for you, but I use their pre-workout BCAAs, I use their protein, I use L-carnitine, I use a lot of things by 1UP Nutrition, but this is one that I am truly just like, I need this in my life. I'm gonna pop the ingredients up on the screen for you. They always have open formulas. Nothing is ever hidden about it, but this is one of those things that helps me sleep so well. And it also gives me the most vivid dreams. And the second I started taking these before bed, I have had the best dreams again. And I'm so glad that that is back in my life. So I take Beauty Dream, and I also do other supplements with 1UP, but that's not what this video is about. I do love everything else, but I wanted to highlight this product. Another purchase that has made my life better is my Beachbody subscription. I have a whole video reviewing Beachbody. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on it because I'm not a fan of the company as a whole, but I do love the workouts. I'm not someone who works for them. I'm not part of the program. If you wanna know my thoughts about Beachbody, click up here, watch that video. I'm not gonna get into the nitty gritty, but I am still using Beachbody. I am still loving Beachbody. The program I am currently using is 10 rounds with Joel. I love him as a coach, and it's one of those things that we have a whole home. It's not a home gym, it's our workout room. We have a whole workout room, and that is the place that I go every single day after school. I didn't in January or December, but I'm back into it again. That is the place I go. We put on the Beachbody workouts, and they are really, really good workouts. I love it. It works for me. Again, not gonna get too deep into it, but I'm really enjoying it. So, okay, this one is a good one. I have it right here. I am new to Cookbooks. I didn't think I was a cookbook person because I just assumed that you could find whatever recipe you needed on the internet, but something about this cookbook has inspired me so much, and it also is just beautiful as well. Originally I bought it because I thought it was beautiful. Half-Baked Harvest, super simple, more than 125 recipes for instant, overnight, meal prepped, and easy comfort foods. I'll flip you through so you can see. There are so many recipes in here that me and John are excited to try. So far we have made the pork adobo, and we have made sheet pan Cuban steak, so we've made this one. But yeah, so many recipes we want to try, and I'm really, really excited about this cookbook. So if you are someone who's like, I don't know if I would like a cookbook, this might be a really good place to start. And on the topic of cooking, you guys know I love cooking. I do also have a video of 5 of my favorite easy go-to meals you can click up here to watch. I filmed it probably a year ago or so at this point, but there's still meals that me and my husband make all the time. We love cooking, which brings me to my next favorite. You guys have heard about them, I'm sure, a lot. I did too. I was curious about them. They are the Caraway pans. I'm gonna go grab one to show you. Okay, here is the color that I got. I'm gonna put the name of the color on the screen. I'll also have a link for you in the description box. I originally wanted the white color, but they were sold out of it, and so I was like, okay, I'm going to try this color. I think it's nice. I hope it looks good in person, and it's flipping gorgeous. One of the things, I'm gonna put this down. It is a little heavy. Like I said, me and John have been trying to slowly upgrade things in our home, and our cookware set was one of them. So I was really curious to see if the Caraway set would be something that could replace all of the other pots and pans that we have, and we have used nothing but this set since we got them. Number one, it is beautiful. We have a gas stove, so we have those grates, which can obviously, there's the bottom, but we've had it for about a month, longer than a month actually, a month and a few weeks I think, and they are beautiful. It was one of the things that getting this set made me excited to cook again. I was in a cooking rut, and when we got this set of pans, I was like, okay, I'm ready to make anything and everything. Let's go. It comes with really neat magnetic dividers. I'm sure you've seen that. I'm not going to go into that. I'm just going to get into the quality of the pans and what I've experienced so far. So number one, they're beautiful. Number two, they get me excited to cook. Number three, they are so easy to clean. Nothing sticks to these. I've had them for a month, and recently we made that pork adobo that I was telling you about from this cookbook. And the pork adobo that we made, I was like, okay, this is a big sticky mess. I'm gonna leave it out. Like, I'm not gonna wash it right away. I'm gonna leave it out, and then I'm gonna wash it off. And it ended up being in our pan, like the leftover sticky residue, for 2 days because I forgot about it. But I'm gonna show you a clip of me cleaning out this pork adobo. I expected it to be a little bit sticky and to just show you, like, when I add soap and water, how easily it comes out. But even when I put my finger through it, it came off right away. But literally all I did was take water and it still sprayed right off. So far, I'm really enjoying them. Cooking wise, you're obviously supposed to use them on lower heat, but I found that even when I turn the heat up, like if I'm trying to sear something a little bit, the heat is really easy to control. We do have cast iron skillets that we pretty much never use. Cast iron gives a great sear, but also I hate dealing with cast iron. I'm just gonna be honest with you. The temperature is so easy to control. The con is the handles can get warm. There's like a little bump right here where you should hold your hand, because this part does heat up. And if you have your lid on, this can get a little bit hot too, or even like this handle. So I've had to use oven mitts before. And then this pan, it's one of my favorites because it's so big and so large. We cook just about everything in this pan, but it is heavy. So that's the one thing, is the handles can get hot, and that can be a little bit annoying because you don't want to really have to think about grabbing your cookware. Other than the heat on the handles, I haven't noticed any other issues. We haven't had any problems. Also, I think you have to be a little bit more careful with it just because there is a ceramic coating and it can chip. I don't think you can see tiny chips here because we have that gas stove and we like shake it, do all that stuff. That kind of stuff doesn't bother me, but if it bothers you, that's just something to keep in mind. This is a $400, $500 set of pans, so they're gonna work a lot better than like your $30 pan would, but in that same respect, you also need to take care of them. So I will keep you guys updated on these pans, but right now I am really loving them. If you want to check them out, there is a link in the description box for you. Let's keep with the theme for kitchen things. I'm just gonna insert a picture of it here. It is this little ice maker bin tray thing. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it makes little square cubes of ice, which is my favorite. And this is one of those purchases that I was like, do I need this? No. But I got it, and now I definitely do think that I need it in my life. I just love it. And you can make the ice in the little silicone tray, and then you could put it in your little bin, and it has a little scooper. It is my favorite thing. And I found it on TikTok, and I was like, okay, impulse buy, yes. And now I love it. We'll stay in the kitchen zone to another really pricey thing, but this is one of my favorite things. It is our espresso machine from Breville, and the reason I invested in this is because my sister, she used to work at Starbucks too, so she's like my barista, like go-to. I'm like, okay, what do I need? Anyways, she had this machine way before I had it, and I even judged her a little bit. I was like, That is a lot of money to spend on an espresso machine, but I never go to Starbucks anymore. The only time I go to Starbucks is to get beans. It's really nice, it's really fun, and it's one of those things that when I asked John, I was like, what is one of your favorite things in our house? He was like, our espresso machine. I did kind of get it as a gift for myself getting this teaching job because I wasn't sure if I was actually gonna have a teaching job this year, and I was like, John, if I end up getting a teaching job, we have to get an espresso machine and it'll save us money. So it was like a little congratulations gift to me. I do have a couple of TikToks and Reels showing you some of the coffee drinks I've made, but this thing is absolutely amazing. It isn't a super beginner friendly machine, which is why a lot of people go for the like Nespresso, but I love it. If you do a little bit of research, you do a little bit of trial and error, you will grow to love it and it will be your favorite thing, and then you will not stop thinking about it ever. I wake up in the morning and the button goes on. Actually, John turns the button on for me, but it's that satisfying sound of the espresso machine heating up, and oh, it is the best. I know this is my favorites video, things that have made my life better, but I also wanted John's input too, because sometimes he thinks of things that I don't think of. And do you know what this man said? Another thing that he really loved was our sponge holder and our kitchen sink. And I thought, you know what? Okay, I will tell the people about our sponge holder in case they do not have a sponge holder, because you're right, it makes our life infinitely better. So I'm gonna follow up the $700 espresso machine with a $4.99 sponge holder from TJ Maxx. If you don't have a sponge holder, get one in your life. It's nice, you just set it right in there. Moving on, mom jeans are my new favorite thing. I freaking love mom jeans now. Started seeing everyone on Instagram wear mom jeans, and I'm like, okay, I literally went on a hunt to find them. I'm currently wearing my most expensive pair. These are from Madewell. They are the perfect vintage. I'll put a picture of up here of what they look like. I basically never wear skinny jeans anymore. I have them still for like select occasions, but now I live in mom jeans. The other mom jeans I'm a real big fan of are by American Eagle, and they're more comfy, but the Madewell jeans hold me in more, if that makes sense. Because mom jeans, just because of like the high rise on them, they can tend to emphasize your lower belly, which is totally fine. But sometimes you want it to be more like you're held in. So I like the Madewell jeans for that, but I like the American Eagle ones for just like everyday, comfy, cozy, cute vibes. Okay, next thing, you guys know I'm a big plant lover. I love plants. This fertilizer changed the game for me. I used to be a Miracle Grow girl. I was like, as long as they get fertilized. No, this fertilizer is incredible. It's amazing. And the cool thing is you put a little bit in it every time you water your plants, and then when you want to fertilize them, you just put a little bit more. So it's constantly helping your plants, and that's my secret. That's my number one. Like, if you want to be a plant mom, get this fertilizer. It'll make your life better. Another thing that I've been doing just for my own mental health has been buying myself fresh flowers. I just do it. John's not the kind of guy who just like will get me some nice flowers. He will, but I need flowers like on rotation. Like when they're dead, okay, let's go to Trader Joe's, get some more. Trader Joe's is the hookup for flowers. They have the best flowers. They are cheap, cheap, cheap flowers. That way you're not like feeling guilty about having them, but they make my life infinitely better. The ones that I have now that we're gonna replace are the ranunculus flowers. I don't know how to describe it. So precious, but having flowers in my kitchen, you wouldn't believe what that does for your mental health. You wouldn't believe it. I'm realizing now that a lot of my favorite things are in the kitchen. And when people say kitchens are the heart of the home, I get it. I really do get it. Another thing that me and John have been doing is we have just been having the slowest weekend mornings, and it has been so nice. I'm talking like fresh orange juice in the mornings. We'll just juice it right up, maybe some lemonade. Just the slowest, calm mornings have made a difference, and it is so nice to just have that quality time with him. The other thing I would really love to start doing, and I'm really scared, and I have like this, I found it on Etsy. It's like 100-year-old starter, but it's a dry starter, and then you activate it. I want to start baking bread. I need all of your tips in the description box, because that just sounds so peaceful to me. Just waking up on a Saturday morning and baking bread. It sounds nice. Also, Caraway has a Dutch oven that came in the set, and I'm really excited because I can bake my bread in that. I just started thinking. Okay, anyways, I want to start baking bread, but I'm a newbie, so leave your best tips or resources for me in the description, or in the comment box, in the comment section. You can tell that the sun is setting. Never thought I would be this girl. I'm this girl. I used to think hydro jugs were a little bit obnoxious. I'm not gonna lie. I did, truly I did. And then I got a cheap knockoff version from Amazon, and it was okay until I dropped it and it literally broke open. And I was like, okay, let's try a hydro jug. It is so much better. I freaking love this thing. It has a silicone tip at the bottom so it can bend down there, and this tip comes off too. But when you close it, it just pops in there. And that's genius to me. Anyways, I love this thing. I take it everywhere. And the other big thing was when I had the knockoff version, it didn't have a strap. And I was like, I really want a strap because I'm always carrying so many things, like especially into school. I have my work bag, I have my coffee, I have my keys, my water bottle, my phone. Now I can just sling it over my shoulder, like so. So we have our hydration. I've already told you about my workouts that I like to do. One of my other favorite things, and I get compliments on this all the stinking time, is this band, this watch band. My legs are asleep. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. This watch band is from Tip in the Middle. She's on Instagram. I love her. She has an Etsy shop. She sells lots of amazing things, but I got this watch band. It has the cutest little suns on it. It's super neutral. I love it. And just about every single time I post a picture of my watch on Instagram, someone asks me where this band is from. You will probably get so many compliments on it, and it's one of those things where it's like, it's subtle, it's neutral, you can wear it with everything, but it is gorgeous. So thank you, Tiffany. I love this. I'll link her in the description box. Another small business that I wanted to highlight is Poppy.co. And if you've been watching my vlogs recently, you have seen me wearing her earrings. She's probably annoyed with how much I tag her in my Instagram stories, but I stinking love her. She has the cutest earrings, and I was never really a like statement earring kind of girl, and now I am because they were just so cute. The little daisies that I'm wearing today are by Poppy too. I bought these earrings, and then when I saw this cardigan at Kohl's, I was like, I have to have that cardigan so it can match my Poppy earrings. But anyways, I love her business, and her packaging is also adorable. Next thing that has just made my life better is Breville nail dip. My nails are dip. They're kind of short right now. I go back and forth between shorter nails and longer nails. I've been using Breville for a really long time. I have a couple of videos. I'll link them in the description box. You can watch one of them up here in the I button, but I love it. I love dip nails. That's exciting, that sound. And I will never go back to anything else. I used to just never have my nails done because number one, I don't like paying for it. And number two, I hate normal polish. I don't care what anyone says. The polish chips, it takes forever to dry. I hate it, hate it, hate it. This, I love, and you guys have heard me talk about it many times. So I'm not gonna go into detail, but Breville nail dip products have changed my life. I will say, gotta be honest with you guys, always. I will say, now that I've been using it, I do start to get, I think is what they call dip flu, but it's not what I thought it was. Like my nose just will be runny the next day, and that's it. So I wear a mask now when I do my nails. I think it just depends on like your reaction to the dip liquids, but I also sacrifice having a runny nose for one day for my nails that last 3 weeks. I change them more than that, but it's one of my favorite things. But I did want to mention that I am starting to have runny noses after I do them. So keeping things honest, but also it's my favorite thing. Finally, one of the last things that I wanted to mention in this video is the mascara that I'm currently using. It is the No. 7 360 Ultra Mascara. And I used to be a Lash Paradise girl, used it for years, and I would still use it if it wasn't for the fact that it dries out so fast. And you feel like you spend money on it and then it dries out. I'm like, it was good. And then someone messaged me on Instagram and they said, Maylene, if you like this, you need to try this one. I watch Jessica Braun. She used to be Jam Beauty 89, but I watch her, and this person who messaged me knows that I like her. And she said that Jessica said that this mascara, the No. 7 360 Ultra, was what she switched to after trying the Lash Paradise, and she loved it. And now I love this mascara. I'm wearing it now. This is not with a primer or anything on my lashes. A lot of times I do use a primer because I like them to be a little extra, but they're extra on their own. I also curl my eyelashes with an eyelash curler, but that's it. So my favorite mascara ever. And then the very last thing I want to mention, it's another item you can just grab at the drugstore or your Walmart, is O'Keeffe's. They're the ones that make the Working Hands cream. Those people, they make a lip balm, and I feel like I've mentioned this maybe in a different favorites video, but I stopped using it for a while, but I'm back on it because I am someone who has like chronic chapped lips. Like they're just always chapped. always. But ever since I started using this lip balm again, I keep it in the same place as my toothbrush so that every morning after I brush my teeth, I just put a light layer of that chapstick on. And I've not had chapped lips since. So I put a layer on in the morning and then a layer on before I go to bed. So whenever I brush my teeth, just pop it on. Poof, no more chapped lips. Okay. And those are the things that I have been loving lately. Those are the things that I feel like have really made a difference in my life. Let me know if you got any ideas from this video. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Let me know if you want me to do favorites videos more often, so I'm not including things like my couch in them, but I really do love my couch. Remember, you can shop everything in the description box. I think most of those links I do make a small commission off of, except maybe like a few of them. So if you do shop through them, I appreciate it, but you don't have to. Like this video if it was helpful, subscribe and join our family. Let me know what you want to see next, and I will see you in the next one.